There's a place in the sky so empty that even light itself seems to forget where it's going. Astronomers call it the Boötes Void, and it stretches across an unimaginable 250 million light-years through the constellation of Boötes. To understand just how massive that is, imagine this. If the Milky Way were a single grain of sand, then the Boötes Void would be a desert the size of an entire continent. In 1981, Robert Kirshner and his team were mapping galaxies when suddenly they hit a wall of nothing. They expected clusters, filaments, noise. Instead, they found silence. Imagine driving for 3 hours through a city and never seeing another car, house, or even a single streetlight. Now, multiply that emptiness by 1 billion, and you're still nowhere close to how barren this void truly is. The universe is not uniform. It's a giant sponge made of galaxies and dark matter, with enormous holes carved straight through it. The Boötes Void is the largest hole we've ever confirmed. Inside it, there are only 60 galaxies. Our local group alone has more than that. That's like finding just 6 people scattered across the entire United States. And the question isn't just, what's there? It's, why isn't anything there? One theory suggests that voids form when gravity pulls matter outward, leaving behind enormous gaps like bubbles inside rising dough. But the Boötes Void is too big, too clean, too perfect for that explanation alone. Some scientists believed it might actually be 2 or 3 smaller voids stacked together by pure chance. But later surveys revealed something even stranger. That wasn't the case. It's one continuous emptiness. Later, the Sloan Digital Skies survey confirmed something extraordinary. Boötes is not a glitch in the data. It is real. In cosmology, the fire could have been a collision between enormous superclusters billions of years ago. Or maybe it began at the very birth of the universe itself, when matter first clumped together after the Big Bang. Some regions may have simply been left behind. But there's another possibility, one far more unsettling. What if we are standing in a privileged location, witnessing a void unusually vast compared to the rest of the cosmos? The Copernican principle says we are not special, but Boötes challenges that idea. And if cosmic voids grow like soap bubbles expanding and merging together, then the Boötes Void might be the result of several gigantic bubbles becoming one. Picture 2 soap films touching and then suddenly popping, leaving behind one larger empty space. Now imagine that on cosmic scales. That single pop unfolding over billions of years. No sound, no fuss, just matter slowly flowing outward and emptiness left behind. The Boötes Void is so empty that even dark matter itself may be scarce there. Dark matter is supposed to act like a scaffold, the invisible framework, where galaxies form and grow. But inside Boötes, even that scaffold seems to be missing, which means gravity had nothing to pull on, no foundation, no foothold for structure to ever begin. It's like trying to build a city without roads, electricity, or water. Nothing can grow there. Some people hear the word void and imagine aliens or lost civilizations. But science has no evidence for that. Still, the human reaction is understandable. Because humans are pattern seekers. We see shapes in clouds, faces on Mars, and meaning in silence. If you placed every single star in the observable universe inside the Boötes Void, there would still be room to spare. No supernovae, no star nurseries, no violent collisions that could ever spark life. It is a region where time itself seems to have passed without events. And in that way, Boötes is the complete opposite of Earth. Here, every square meter carries a story. But there, every million light years carries none. Astronomers continue returning to it. Because voids are places where the rules of the universe are pushed to their limits. We still don't know what answer waits there. And that uncertainty is exactly why we keep looking. The next generation of telescopes, like the Vera-C Rubin Observatory, will study these voids with even greater precision. They'll count galaxies too faint to see before, measure tiny cosmic movements, and determine whether Boötes is truly empty or simply hidden in darkness. For now, the best comparison is an ancient map with an entire continent left blank. You don't know whether it holds oceans, deserts, or mountains until someone finally sails there. And humanity has already sailed as far as light itself allows. The map returned with only one answer: nothing. But that nothing may be one of the most valuable discoveries of all, because it tells us what the universe is not. And sometimes understanding what is absent matters far more than understanding what is present. Stars, planets, even life itself, occupy less than 0.00001% of space. You could take the entire Milky Way, drop it into the Boötes Void, and it would disappear without even a ripple. We think the universe is crowded because our neighborhood is crowded. But when you step back, the neighborhoods vanish. The universe is like a giant city where most of the land is empty parks. And Boötes is a park the size of an entire galaxy cluster. And we still don't know who planted it. Maybe no one did. Maybe the universe is simply that uneven. Or maybe that's the lesson we were always meant to learn. That emptiness is a structure too. It's not a failure of creation. It's part of the design. And designs are only beautiful when you notice the negative space. Boötes is negative space on a scale so massive it breaks human intuition. It forces us to ask a deeper question. What does it truly mean for something to exist? A galaxy exists because gravity pulled it together. A void exists because gravity didn't. Both are real. Both are real. And both are necessary. Because without voids, galaxies would collide constantly, and the universe itself would descend into chaos. With void, structure has room to breathe. And the Boötes Void breathes for all of us silently, somewhere in the dark. We still can't explain it, but we can respect it. And that respect is how science truly moves forward. Not through answers alone, but through asking better questions. And in the end, the universe may not be defined by what it contains, but by the vast silence between it all. Thanks for watching. If this journey into the unknown fascinated you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for the next mystery hidden in the cosmos.